Welcome to the final edition of my F1 2017 career mode. This is Abu Dhabi. This is round 20. We're still in the fight for this championship. However, we need some kind of miracle if we're going to get across the end of this race as world champion. Currently, I think it's 17 points. Kimi Räikkönen has to his advantage. And of course, he's got another thing to his advantage, that Ferrari car. Put him in a straight fight with us around this circuit, he will dominate us. So it's going to be about making the most of what we can, doing what we can on strategy to try and maximize this race. We've got to finish on the podium, that's for sure, if we've got any chance of winning it, because remember, we need 17 points. So that's first or second. Forget the rest. If you can't get P1 or P2, I might as well go home. So it's going to be an interesting race. We're going to have to just put ourselves in the best position. Hope Kimi, in all honesty, comes into some sort of trouble, because even if he does have a little off or something, he's still going to work his way back up to the field. So they qualified Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Räikkönen in P2. He's put himself where he needs to be. Valtteri Bottas P3, Ricciardo 4, Perez with a qualifying in 5th, Verstappen 6th, and then ourselves in 7th. Teammate just behind us here as well.
So go out there, bring back the title.
We're going to give it all, Jeff. We're going to do what we can. We're going to represent for Renault and the country. So as we get into it, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And it's a pretty poor start compared to the pack in front of us. We're going to go to the inside as they start to bunch up. We're going to brake quite deep. We're not going to make the apex too well. We're going to have to run a bit wide. That's blocked off someone, but that's made us up a few positions there up
That's
to
a strong
P5.
start. Well done.
Now look, you can see already the Mercedes and the Ferraris ahead of us are starting to streak away a little bit. We've got Danny Rick there as well in the mix. You're going to see him start to stretch their legs down these straights now. Look at that great exit. So I'm going to stick it up into rich revs, try and stay with his front pack for as long as I can, and if I can try and dive bomb someone, I'm going to dive bomb them. Because that's the only way we're going to get somewhere. Here you can see we're going up the inside whilst Red Bull and I think that's a Mercedes napping there. Meanwhile at the front, it was a pretty even start amongst the front two. However, it looked like Lewis Hamilton got a fair run. You can see them side by side now, fighting for this lead. They're still side by side, coming onto the straight. Moving on here, this is where we're going to have a little sniff. Are we under brakes? As you can see, Kimi Räikkönen, he's bolted straight for it. He's gone straight into the lead. Yeah, we've got Lewis, Bottas, and then ourselves just slipping up the inside of Ricciardo, making a very opportunistic, big bold move under brakes there. See with the onboard, come from a long way back, and we're so lucky the front wing didn't get chopped off there on the back of that Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas ahead of us. So another thing I'm going to have to consider is I think I'm going to have to play the undercut, because if these guys get in ahead of me, they're going to be well gone with a fresh set of tyres. So got that completely wrong, cut the corner a bit there, took advantage of the extra speed. Bottas goes side by side through this section here. I'm going to keep my nose just enough in there so he knows I'm there and he can't get out of the way. Run a bit wide. Compromise the exit speed here through this corner. As you can see, you've got the Red Bull tucked up behind the Bottas now, and this is allowing the front two to really start to streak away at this point. So here we go, this was us going side by side with Valtteri, not giving him an inch, really grabbing wheels there. Getting a bit feisty, got this whole section completely wrong around here. And yeah, terrible exits here. Really not getting it pointed in as I would like it. Struggling with the balance here. This is on lap 2 in the same location. And we're going to get really aggressive. Bottas is going to get super pissed off soon. As you can see, looks like Lewis Hamilton has retaken the lead up ahead of us. Kimi Räikkönen's back down to P2. But they're in a league class of their own. They've gone well up the road by now. Meanwhile, we've got Valtteri Bottas. He's having a real good sniff up the inside. Gonna have to shut that down. and just really not getting a balance through that set of corners here. So Bottas thought he'd have a go. We just broke that bit later, still managed to make the corner, and we survived for another few laps. So we got onto lap 5. Bottas again, got another car for company as well, right up my gearbox. Try to keep it clean on the exit here, bit of wheel spin. Go left the corner way too wide there. That's allowed Bottas up the inside and tag the back of us. That's compromised our exit speed, and as you can see the Red Bull has got past Bottas at the same time. They're both going to have DRS coming down this long straight. We're going to be vulnerable. That was actually
This is great so far. We're 5 positions up on where we expected to finish. Okay, gap ahead is 14.2 seconds.
So as you can see, Jeff is giving us bad news. He's telling us that the leaders have bolted, they've gone up the road. Kimi's in the pits now. Do we follow him? Do we cover him? Well, I think our battle is really with the cars behind us. You can see them getting chewed up big time now. 45% tyre wear on all 4 tyres. And it's getting a bit tasty. So Raikkonen, we're going to hope he's going to come out into some traffic and come into some trouble at this point. So that's promoted us up to P2. Hamilton has then, of course, stayed out. So coming down the back straight here, we've got a change of position behind. I think Valtteri Bottas wants his position back. They're going to go side by side. All the way. Now coming down this second straight, it's going to be a straight shootout between these two. Should both have DRS. Now Bottas comfortably with that Merc engine. Stretches his legs there.
Window is about to close.
So thankfully the boys behind have not followed me into the pits. It's helping our strategy, but that exit is not helping. That was terrible, and that just allowed Bottas right up into our gearbox there. Really getting sloppy at this point. You can see there's a bit of debris there off the front wing of Bottas. In we dive to the pits then, end of lap 10. Going to get him through hopefully a one and only stop of the race. Look to go into the soft tyre and manage it till the end of this Grand Prix. So I think that's Danny Rick who's followed us in. Good clean stop. Get back out ahead of the Red Bull. Always tricky for that little tunnel there. Watch the lines on the exit. Gonna come out side by side with someone. Well, thankfully we just got ahead of the Force India, I believe that is. So moving on to lap 12, as you can see, Bottas has pitted. He's currently ahead of us, but we're going to hopefully get him on the exit here of the pit lane where we're going to feed out. Currently in P6. Yeah, I think we got him covered. So we've got
we're sat in 6th. Perez is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 3.6 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. Ricciardo is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 1.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 17 laps to go.
So we're really going to push it now. As you can see, Massa ahead of us. He's not made a pit stop yet, so I believe he's coming in this lap. So it's going to promote us up. P5. We've got Grosjean up ahead. He's boxed as well, so we're up to P4. Sergio Perez, he's still out on the ultra soft tyre. What's he going to do with that? We're not really making inroads on him at this current time. So he's going to be someone who could potentially put the spanner in the works, even if Kimi Raikkonen did.
Safety car, safety car. No overtaking. Reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay.
So this has really spiced things up. This has put us right on the back of Kimi Raikkonen. What can we do? We're going to have a straight shootout. The 2 title challenges, myself and him. We need to stay with him now. This is a golden ticket.
Has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
Hopefully super soft tyres won't last the duration. However, he's got a great slingshot onto the straight. He's already looking at a gap. They're already pulling away both of the leaders. Just showing the deficit in the car and probably the experience of myself on this. have a look at the safety car restart here. You can see Lewis got a good exit, managed to power rate. We had a poor last corner, we didn't get the slingshot like everyone else. Compromised our exit speed there. And then we just got a train forming behind us, so the Red Bull looks really racy. Looks a lot better through the corners. And this is the battle ensuing behind us. That's given us a bit of leeway at this current stage. So that's Valtteri Bottas making his move and making it stick by the look of it. So you can see that's given us a good margin there. But no doubt Bottas will be right at the back of me very soon. This is the battle for the lead. We've got Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Raikkonen going side by side, but Kimi Raikkonen's made it stick before the apex. He's solid under brakes. He's doing everything he needs to do to win this title right now. He's driving away with it.
To the leader is 15.8 seconds.
So it looks like we're going to have to settle for P2 in this championship right now. Nothing's coming off unless we get a dramatic engine failure or something from Kimi Raikkonen. Then that would propel us into the limelight.
The gap to the car
2 laps left.
13.3 seconds. They're pulling away from us at a rate of 1.8 seconds per lap. They're on old softs. The time last lap was a 1 minute 42.9.
Just showing the pace deficit that we've got 1.8 seconds on the leaders here. We're managing to keep Valtteri Bottas behind us by getting a good exit before these 2 big straights.
Vettel and Kvyat.
As you can see, we're not going to give up on this. We have to stay in P3 for any failure to Kimi Raikkonen. It's the only chance we got. So son, you are not getting past us. Coming back again. It's better of it. Poor exit there. So have another look at the lunge. Moves to the inside. We go deep on the brakes. Managed to get to the apex first. That was beautiful there. The exit part here wasn't as clean as I'd like it, but nevertheless managed to hold station. So here we get a bit tardy on the exit. And through here you can see Sebastian Vettel making up the places in the background there. So moving on to the final lap. It's not happened, has it? And it looks like we're going to lose P3 at this rate as well, but we're going to battle on, brake as deep and as hard as we can, try and block the line, block the exit speed of Valtteri Bottas, because if he gets a real slingshot at us, he'll just dart past us. So it's been a tedious race, it's been there for the taking. Kimi Raikkonen's done everything he's had to do, and we've just been there if all else failed for him. But looks like it's going to be his day, and this is Bottas really trying to have a go and get that last step on the podium, but we really want that now. There we go, coming into the final sector of the Grand Prix. Kimi Raikkonen's been confirmed as the winner. He is the 2017 champion. He's done a marvellous job. He's been a lot more consistent than Vettel, and on his day he looks unbeatable. So well done to Kimi. It's good solid P2 in the championship from us. Again, that's been about consistent, having a few failures.
On the title, and I know you're disappointed, but you've done a fantastic job this season. Really fantastic. We'll go one better next year.
There were questions at the start of the season as to whether this package could really go all the way. But there's no question anymore. What a special year it's been. And here they are now, the new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
So here they come now, out onto the podium.
So here we
Wherever
go,
you
top three in the
anywhere in the world,
this year.
The prancing horse flags
The
are
top three
dominant in
on the podium.
grandstands,
Kimi
and they're
Räikkönen.
out in force again today.
Then it's us in
It's
terms of the
Ferrari
championship,
on
and
the
then
top
Lewis.
step once more.
Been a great season. Had a few surprise wins. Didn't expect it coming into this season. However, we've been there and thereabouts. We could have done a lot more R&D work, to be honest with you, and we could have nicked this in all hindsight. However,
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Well, that result
just confirming
also
the final
seals
order:
the
Kimi
World
Räikkönen,
Drivers'
Hamilton,
title.
ourselves, Bottas, Perez,
Congratulations to our
Vettel,
winner.
Verstappen,
After an
Grosjean,
incredible season.
Ricardo, and
now I'd like to
Massa
ask
rounding
you,
up the top
Anthony
10.
Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going to say Stoffel Van Dorn. It was probably one of his best
Van
drives this
Dorn?
season. I was thoroughly impressed.
It may already be wrapped up, but let's look at the constructors' standings. So then, Ferrari have now moved out of sight and out of reach. It's another triumph for the Italian team as they claim the World Constructors' Championship. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
So have a final look at the standings for the championship. You can see it's Kimi Räikkönen, ourselves 27 points behind. Then we got Hamilton and then Bottas. So in terms of the constructors, it was really close between Mercedes and Ferrari. We managed to clinch P4 with our good bag of points. And yeah, I'll join you very, very shortly for F1 2018. We've already got the first episode recorded. We just need to do the edit and the upload. So I'll see you for that soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.